Hi everyone, welcome to Let's Play The Legend of PizzaJoe, Majora's Mask. This is going to be a 100% LP as usual. I'm going to be collecting all of the masks, all the hard pieces, and some additional things. There's a couple of cool things I'll show off that aren't necessary to 100%, but they're nice to see. Viewer requests of things to see are possible more near the end. As of right now, like the start of the LP, I've already recorded everything. So like it'll depend once we get a little more near the end. One thing I'm gonna, this is gonna kind of be in the back burner of this whole LP. It's something for you, the viewer, to keep in mind. Our hero, Link, or PizzaJoe in this case, is the hero of time from Ocarina of Time. This is a direct sequel to Ocarina that kind of stands on its own at the same time, but it's the same character. The hero of time is secretly incredibly screwed up. Keep that in mind as we go through this. It'll become more and more relevant as the game goes on.
Especially with it being the darkest Zelda game of all time.
This is a remarkably dark game. Like, people thought Twilight Princess was kind of dark. It was just lacking in color saturation. No, this game has a constant blanket of death and doom. And it feels like every single character you come across has no hope whatsoever. That's dark.
You know, I hear Miyamoto was like, hey, because he was like making an Ora Zelda at the time, and he was like, hey, if you can make a game in under a year, then we'll just release it for the N64, and well, here we go, Majora's Mask.
Basically.
I don't know if he ever had like the concept for it, he was just like, alright, take this and make the game, but that's what I've heard and read.
This game is quite a marvel in some cases, because obviously it takes some of the Ocarina of Time models, most of them really,
Yeah.
and reuses them for the characters. But you really have a full world that feels alive and feels inhabited, and it was created in just a year. Well, I'll worry about that for now. But basically, welcome to Majora's Mask, my favorite video game of all time.
And that's my best friend.
He's happy to see me.
The mask is too. That should be fun.
So those are my old files. The Straw Hat was actually our first attempt at a Let's Play way back in like 2010 or early 2011. Didn't work out, but that's fine. Because we have a name for a real hero this time. And just enough spaces, too. I love that.
As big as a legend of PizzaJoe.
PizzaJoe. Mamma mia.
Mamma mia indeed. I love how the J is capitalized, too. Like, no. It's not one capital, it's two. You gotta get it right.
So the backstory of this is a little ambiguous. It's the hero of time from Ocarina of Time, but when he goes back at the end of Ocarina, after Zelda sends him back to being a kid, he goes off on a little adventure a few years later. They don't tell you who the friend is that they mention here, who it really is. It's assumed by pretty much everyone to be Navi, which baffles me because fuck Navi. Because of that, because Navi just inexplicably dumps you at the end of it once you turn back to a kid.
Well, to be fair, Link no longer has a Z target. And he needs a new one.
I can't look at people when I stab them.
Well, that's because Navi was in the way, really. He was trying to stab her the whole time. He just happened to murder and save a whole nation because of it.
So yeah, Link's basically 13 at this point. Sort of around there. They didn't change the model in any way, but they gave you all of the abilities that you had as an adult Link. Like, we'll be able to get bows and arrows, we're able to ride Epona, and we can use a big shield and all of that. Basically, Link's just a late bloomer. Hello.
Oh, well, so much for that horse ability. I like the horse doesn't even turn around. They're like, oh, oh god! I got a little grass down here.
That was wacky.
Yep, that's a horse.
And that's the villain for this game. A little wooden imp in a mask. Badass mask, though.
Yeah, that's a really cool mask.
I want a replica of that thing.
This scene always made me laugh because he pauses like, I'm gonna pass. Okay. And he just kicks him over.
Like, you can see the hardware limitations at work here. This game was, I think, the first to make use of the expansion pack for the N64. So, like, it's high-end for N64, but you could still, like, link clips through things. And, there's a lot of, like, animation loops. But there's a lot more animations than there were in Ocarina of Time.
Oh yeah, totally, definitely.
Noticeably so. It looks low-res by comparison to nowadays, but compared to Ocarina of Time, it's a lot more lively. Okay, so that's 2 of 2 of things that if you did on a horse, you would die.
And he's a kid, so that should be 3 deaths. 2 things have happened, but that's 3 deaths as a kid.
He should have suffered severe trauma when Epona knocked him off her back.
Okay, that's 4.
4.
Link, get up. Link, okay, you're good.
Good,
Sorry.
save the day!
And thus he became his alter ego, PizzaJoe.
So the controls are the same as in Ocarina of Time. This is my favorite thing to do. If you rotate the stick and press B in just the right way, you can do an immediate spin attack. I do that pretty much immediately. It's, in some cases it can be one of the more powerful attacks, but not until I get magic. So for now I'm just kind of dicking around. And this was the first thing that really impressed me about Majora's Mask. Look at me. I didn't do that right, but still I flip.
Side flips.
I botched it, and yeah, it looked cool. How do you do that? Well, until you fall in a hole.
Yeah. This part I never really got, but I suppose I understand what it's supposed to be, but I was just like, as a kid, like, what the fuck is...
It makes a little sense once you play the game. It looks kind of like foreshadowing.
Yeah.
Not gonna say how, because that's foreshadowing.
Oh. I just remember that I can flow. I didn't need your horse.
So yeah, Skull Kid's a douchebag.
But he's a scary one.
He is. And I always loved his theme. Now get ready for some fucking frame blending. This is kind of Majora's Mask's visual gimmick, as it were. The nightmare visuals. By which I mean frame blending.
There was at least one in every 90s cartoon back in the day.
There's one at least every cutscene in this game. But it works. It makes everything seem really drugged out and freaky. And like, the only sound you're not hearing music or anything, just this shuffling. It's unsettling. I really dig this. And like, Ocarina of Time was cinematic for its time too. But Majora's Mask really just pulls out all the stops and making this game look freaky. I can just imagine as him backing up, just going, ha 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 ha
I don't know how I'm doing this. Bump.
Out my face, out my face, out my face, out my face, out my face.
I think you mean out my everything.
Ow me, ow me, ow me. See, this is a character I never like. Not Tattle herself, but a character who blames everyone else except themselves.
Oh, poor Link. He's taking the role of a cashier.
Looks more like a statue there.
Well, when you stand for several hours... Bad history, I'm not going to go into it. Anyways, so I'm Majora's Mask.
Yep, so this is a little unfortunate, kind of. He turned me into a Deku Scrub. You can't believe how many of these guys I killed in the last game. So this is odd and awkward all at once.
I don't know. What, you expect me to fly by myself? Are you crazy?
Did you just kiss me?
You just booped you.
Boop your mouth.
I mean, if that's how they kiss, then that's... Huh. Huh. I gotta think about that one. Yeah, when it was title, I don't... Hey, whatever.
Womp, womp, womp. So this is one of Deku Link's abilities. These little flowers I can dive into, and then use them to glide.
I just realized I should have said it when I had the chance, but like, when you did the wah wah wah, you just your skull kid. Just in the other room, like he's still here?
He's still flying away and laughing.
Right?
Now, up over to the left is a box full of Deku Nuts. I don't need them, so I just keep going. No.
Talk to me, I haven't moved in ever. No.
It's probably not a spoiler, but pretty much everyone thinks that Deku Scrub died to make you into a Deku Scrub. And it's pretty likely.
Okay, I know they're trying to go for scary here, but do they really need to do the sideways hallway thingy for this? I mean, you get full control again.
I don't think it was meant to be scary, just kind of dreamlike.
I suppose. I was like, well, we still have $30 left in the budget. What do we do? Well, you know that hallway thing? Yeah, okay. Woo!
Most quoted quote from this game.
I know, right?
And most memorable guy from this game.
There's so many good ones, though.
This game is very quotable and memorable. It's a good game.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, I'm gonna go as far as to say it's a great game. I'm gonna go as far as to say it's one of the best games ever made. I'm gonna go as far as to say fuck the final dungeon, though. We'll get there when we get there. So this is the Happy Mask Salesman. That mask that the Skull Kid was wearing was his. He's kind of an ascended random NPC we saw in Ocarina of Time. He just sold masks for a side quest that Child Link had. But in here, he's the main character who we'll see relatively infrequently. He's kind of front-loaded. He's at the start of the game, and then once we go out into the world, we won't see him again for a while. But that's our task. Get the Majora's Mask back for him, then we'll return to human. So next time, we will go through the first cycle of Majora's Mask.
Alright.
And a box of tissues just fell off my desk.
Majora's Mask! Ooh.
Majora's Mask!
Dun dun! I'm late for Halloween! Whoa!